Okay, we are going to help you replace a switch that allows a 2014 Mazda CX-5 to leave the radio on when you turn the ignition off. Very pestering problem that you would need this switch, KDY 046040, and you can buy it on eBay for about 50 to 60 bucks. You'd need a straight screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, a short Phillips screwdriver if you have one, and a little bitty straight screwdriver to pry open the plastic, and a little magnet. Fixing Rose's 2014 CX-5. Turn the ignition off, radio stays on. Let's do it. First thing, take the shifter knob off, put it in the bag. Number two, get your fingernails underneath here. Pick up this plate, undo the connection with a little screwdriver. There you go. Just get it in there and disconnect it. Take this plate, put it aside. Now there's the switch, believe it or not. There's the switch under my finger. Now let's remove this center console. Get to these. I should be using a Phillips, but I'll use a little bitty one to show how easy it is. Away, back, disconnect any electrical stuff you've got. Now we've got to disconnect these two electrical connectors. How do you do that? You reach in here and pull. Now look back here. One, two. So you've disconnected this, your auxiliary things, put it in your bag. Now you've disconnected the rear bottom screws, the electrical auxiliary. Now come up here, take off the two black screws, put it in your bag, and now the silver screws. And you're just freeing up a little room so you can get to that switch. I've already replaced it last week, and Mazda knows there's a bunch of you out there that are having this problem, but they won't do anything to fix it. The part costs 60 or 70 bucks. Okay, gentle part. Gently lift up the console till it comes loose of the front plastic. Now work it over the brake, and with your third hand lift it over the brake gently. Lifted it up and gotten it off of the brake. brake handle. There's a little, it's not a connector, it's just a holder on her right there that goes under the cups. Now you can gently finagle it over and gently place it in the passenger seat. Okay, now you gotta lift these two sides and be very careful. Okay. Lift up. Not too far, just enough. This thing now, you place your magnet over this. This is your shifter lockout. There's a little spring behind there, and in order to keep it from flying, you kind of gently pull it out and hold it with the magnet and pray that it doesn't jump. There it is. Woo. In there and hopefully held just like that with your magnet, because I lost mine 3 times the first time I did it. I'm going to set this aside. Now you can take out with 2 screws, this one and this one. Take it out, the bad one, and you can see I'm going to point to the offending little area. That little area that's all kind of dug out. It's this little plastic piece is the consistency of electrical tape, and this is what hits the lever and lets you turn off your key. But if it's too soft, you got to jiggle it or something. But it's a very simple, probably a 5-cent piece of rubber that is... Now you put your little spring in there. Pray that it doesn't go anywhere. Very carefully get this. You see that little fulcrum right there? It's working. So you can put your, snap your things down, and your little lockout lever is working. Now you can put everything back together. So you take your console, put it down here, somehow get your little connector in there. Gently bring it down. Oops. Sorry. Remember, you've got to put your brake through the leather. So with your third hand, just work the brake lever down and gently start lining up. Make sure your 2 connectors are in here. Gently, gently work your there you go. Line up your screws and don't drop them. Very carefully. turn it off right after this.
Mm-hmm.
Silver plate support. Put it in position. Take your silver screws. This is basically so Mazda does not get $430 out of us. Anybody can do it. Mazda should have recalled this vehicle and fixed that little 5-cent, well, $70 switch, but they chose to not go there. Now, get your little connector, line it up, click it home. You might have to move the shifter a little. There you go. To get this thing, there you go. And this thing should just click home. Uh-oh, I messed up. It's got some little holes in the front. And then you snap it down. There you go. Put your shifter knob back on. Okay. Now we'll do this auxiliary thingy. Go in. One of them fits one place. And the other one fits this place, and then you just kind of snap it in. And there's my granddaughter's little movie in the back, her connector. I'll close it up. Now 2 screws and 2 caps and we're done. Now and I didn't want to fight with the little girl in customer service because she sounded like my granddaughter Isabella, and I never fight with Isabella. Put the screws on this one, put the cap. We are done, folks. If you can see that little piece of plastic right there, see it? That's the thing that it just weakened. It's not a bad design, it's just a bad little piece of material right there that Mazda should have has stepped up to the plate and fixed it. But that number is KDY 046040. Don't spend more than 70 or 80 bucks. And if you don't feel like doing it, go to your foreign car mechanic. He can do it. Why give Mazda 430 bucks to diagnose it and fix it when it's doable by Americans? I tell my grandchildren, we are Americans. We step up to the plate and we fix stuff. Now I want to thank my granddaughter Isabella Estrada for helping me with this video. I couldn't have done it without her. Thank you, Buzza.
Welcome.
Okay, this is Gasman and Cheyenne and Isabella doing our first video, and we did it out of necessity. Gasman and Cheyenne and Isabella signing off.